Okay, I wanted to do something on sharing your symptoms and comments on social media. I touched a little bit upon it in the frustration video, how people are frustrated that I'm not more specific in telling them what to do. I'm only pointing out what not to do, as if I'm withholding something. Again, if I had a protocol, if protocols were honest, true, and worked, I would share them with the loudest vocal, with the most creative pitch, relentlessly. Instead, I have the loudest vocal, the greatest pitch, the relentlessly to a message that just stays vague. There's principles, and principles and laws have to be vague because you're inside them, and you yesterday to you today, we would have no idea. There's no way to know without knowing you, how to specifically, even me. What are you going to eat tomorrow, TJ? What are you going to train tomorrow? What are you going to think tomorrow? What are you going to believe tomorrow? What are you going to feel tomorrow? What are you going to feel at like 5 p.m. tomorrow? I don't have any fucking idea. I don't have any idea. There's so many days and so much stuff that's going to happen. How will I possibly know? And if I'm healing and in a symptomatic state or I have injuries, what level are you going to be at tomorrow? Jeez, I don't have any idea. I don't live to be that way. We don't make these changes so that tomorrow we can do X, Y, Z. It's a call it as you go scenario. And the body is so amazing and powerful and can fluctuate in the split of a second. That's what saves your lives. That's what gets you butterflies. That's why you tear up at movies or plays or shows, or when you hear a selection of words put into an order, 3 or 4 long, and all of a sudden it hits you and you start crying and you feel something. That's how we're designed, is to change drastically or minorly, second by second by second. So you're never going to get a protocol. Protocols are bullshit. Root cause is bullshit. Do this for your tight hips. Do this to release energy. Do this when you're depressed. Do this when your hormones are stumped. Do this to sleep better. That type of medicine has to stop. And now it's a free-for-all for everyone creative enough to put it out there, that we're now seeing it in millions and millions and millions of numbers that I've never seen before in the history of my lifetime in clinical practice. So along those lines, I know you're frustrated too. When your body has a healing response, and I don't care if it's a splinter, if it's a flash of a thought, and a shift in your temperature to an absolute swollen knee, to a cyst, to a skin eruption body-wide, to a tumor, to neurological, to burning, to numbness, to paralysis, to blood this, to seizures, to whatever it is. That response is a healing response specifically for you, in the most loving language possible, because it literally is. And you'll continue to pull this apart and think about it, even in an emergency situation, because everybody flips the fuck out and thinks that emergencies are different. That's why I'm urging you to live a certain way, so that when emergencies show up, you know what to do. So that living in a manner doesn't lead you to the emergency. That's happening. And then we don't have any fucking idea what we're doing when we get there. But we had years and years and years and years to figure this shit out, and then we get to here, and it's a big deal. That's why I wanted it to be a big deal over here. So even in an emergency situation, when there are symptoms coming out, that is your body putting its arm around you, comforting you and telling you, hey, I love you. I love us. I love where you're going with this. I love that you kind of like living this way. I need you to do something for me, because if you continue down this road, no matter how strong I am, I can't keep this up. This is the level I'm willing to discuss this with you right now. We're not fucked up. We're not screwed up. It is literally me with you right now. I'm not leaving you no matter what you do, no matter how long it takes you to get this, but I need you to see something. I need you to see this and feel this. I need you to acknowledge that what I'm saying to you is for you and is healing. And that is where you're starting. It's the most loving blanket of a response, no matter what your symptoms are, but they're so private and intimate and personal and unique and special and powerful. Do you know what you're telling your body when you go into a comment section on social media or a DM and throw your symptoms on, hey, anybody have any idea what to do for this? Holy shit. That's literally, hey, does anybody have any idea why I'm sticking with the person I'm sticking with, or I choose to live with where I am, or I'm choosing to make these decisions in the bedroom, or I'm choosing to make this decision, or I'm choosing to do this, or I'm choosing to keep these people in my lives, or I'm choosing all these therapies and treatments, or I'm writing in my journal and I'm lying to this person, I'm lying to this person, I'm lying to this person. Anybody have anything for that? You would never in a million years say that. Your symptoms are a reflection of the deepest parts of your life. And when you throw them into a comment section on social media, what value now do they have? And again, it is your fault. This whole, well, it's not your fault, there's so much out there. No, of course it's your fault. What, are you fucking kidding me? Well, it's not your fault because your mom was mean, or your dad was this, or they did this. You're the adult. You're alive now. Okay, it's on you. Fault and shame and all this stuff. Shame and faulting are going to come along with it, but you have to realize at some point it is absolutely yours. Nobody else's. So to say it's blameworthy, it's not a blame, but you have to own this. It is you, 100%. So now we throw it into a DM or a comment section, and we're throwing major shit, like crazy labels that are so scary, or seizures, or life-threatening things that come along that the body is at its end point, trying to fucking hold on for dear life, and we're asking what to do on social media. Let alone when you're commenting to me in a DM like, hey, do you have any idea what to do with this? I don't have any idea who you are. I don't have any idea what's going on with you right now. Do you realize the swelling coming from a splinter to the little scab you cut yourself from shaving, to the cyst, tumor, to the numbness, paralysis, to the depression, to the guilt, to the shame? Do you understand where that's coming from? I do. And here's something I won't do. Is even if you asked about the splinter to if you asked about the most major fucking symptom in your life that you've ever had in your life, the greatest, grandest feeling and healing response you've ever had, I just got there. I can't fucking imagine me reaching out on a social media, sharing what I just went through and asking for advice on how to fix what I just felt. No fucking way. Let alone to my body, let alone to me, let alone to anybody that's been involved with me. I will come from that point that if you ask about your stubbed toe, you ask about your ankle, you ask about this fresh fall, or you ask about something that's 30, 40 years in the making, or you ask about an emergency, I'm taking them all as serious as I can. Because that's what your goddamn body is doing. Every second for you. And so when I'm sitting here listening, I'm not holding out to drum up business. If that was the case, I would sell you the shit and not worry about business like everybody else. Instead, I'm looking at all these symptoms from eczema in your child and seizures and this and ankles and Achilles and bone on bone and this, and I'm feeling this, can't digest this, son does this. I'm like, oh my God. That's where I'm coming from. That's what I'm feeling inside. That's what you need to be feeling is, holy shit, they just displayed this massive thing on the social media. It needs to take a level of seriousness that you would take with your deepest love. If your deepest love confided in you and was like, God, I love the shit out of you. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I just don't know why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. But I'm willing to do whatever the fuck we need to do. Hey, Mama Bear Group, Facebook, Oily this, Herbal Aging, Salvation Supplement. So, my lover just confided in me, and he's got a growth, and we're having some issues. You guys got any protocols for any of that? I mean, literally, that's what we're going into. the deepest, deepest love you could possibly imagine, and we're asking how to fix it on a social media post or comment section. And there's nothing wrong with wondering. There's nothing wrong with being lost. Fuck. If I hadn't done the work up until now, I'd be lost too. I'd be grabbing at all this shit like Jesus. And I'd be testing all of it. Just like I did when I started 24 years ago to realize this. I test. Went all in. Imagine the most intimate, deepest part of any relationship you've ever had. And you're displaying the deepest components to that. And asking on social media, only now it's involving a child or a family or a spouse or you or a sibling. Holy shit, put it in perspective. This has to stop. And I'm going to tell you right now you see where I'm coming from, and I hope to God you guys watch this video. That's why I will not comment in the comment section on some serious, did he even address this? Why are you so vague? Now you hit me one-on-one. It's a whole other show. You and me going toe-to-toe, opening up this whole fucking thing. Fire hose isn't even to the face, isn't even a description. Because that has to be what it is. We have to go into all of it. That's a whole different ballgame. Please, don't devalue your symptoms. Take them as seriously as the deepest secret, the deepest love in your life has ever told you. That's it. It's a fucking secret, only for you. Yes, the world can see it. Yes, they can display it. Yes, they can observe it. But why it's there is yours. That's where I'm coming from. So if it's something as simple as a rolled ankle to as simple as a tumor, because they're all simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. To as simple as a skin response, to as simple as a career change, to as simple as a performance shift, to as simple as getting ready for surgery, trying to avoid a surgery or post-surgery, to as simple as a stub toe, to as simple as tightness, to as simple as I'm just weak. I will address it as if your fucking life depended on it. Does your body deserve that much? I feel so. That's how I approach me. Why would I not approach you that way? And if I felt less of me and I felt less of you, I would sell the shit. I would sell the protocols. I would sell the 3-movement joint solution. I would sell the drinks. I would sell celery juice. I would sell this person's book. I would sell this person's podcast. I would sell. Because I want people to understand themselves and healing and what's here and what we get to touch while healing, not once we heal. Please don't devalue yourself. Please don't devalue, don't cheapen your symptoms. They are for you. If you need guidance, reach the fuck out. It's not going to happen on a comment section or in a DM. DM to inquire, absolutely. There's a reason I'm not social media influencer. There's a reason I don't have affiliates, an affiliate list. There's a reason I've thrown away all my health and medical books. There's a reason I've dumped most of my podcasts. There's a reason I don't follow anybody in this field except one. There's a reason I'm not friends with all these people. There's a reason I am where I'm at, saying what I'm saying. For me first, and then truly for you. Frame it that way. See it, put it through that lens, see what comes out on the other end.